Okay, now I will show you how to do the interpretation in clastic. First, right click on interpretation and make new clastic inter and choose the model at clastic. Right click on the clastic interpretation and we already make and choose run workflow. On the right side we have workflow for this section. This is a recommended workflow for clastic. We have several main parts: input parameters, weak look, calculate clay volume, calculate porosity, water saturation, and cutoff and summation with utilities. First, we set up the interval of interpretation from 3100 to 3880. We make a new data set, which is a clastic result. Okay. Now we choose clastic result. All the results will be stored on the folder. The next step is to calculate clay volume. Select gamma in the clay volume section. We choose input curve is gamma ray. Okay, now I choose the classic zone by clicking on manage zone. I have a zone that I already made for this. We choose marker zone. Okay. The basement zone we don't do interpretation, so we delete that row. After that, click OK. The curve that we save from data tree, if we click gamma, we can define it here, press run. Now I have the V click gamma next to original gamma curve. Okay, now I need to define the scale from 0 to 250 to see more clearly. Okay, to calculate clay volume, you can choose many methods such as linear, Clavier, steeper, variation. Okay, in this case I choose linear. Okay. Now you can see on the log plot there are some control lines to change the value of clean and clay gamma. When you change the clean and clay of gamma, the value of V clay gamma will be updated. Okay. You can change the gamma clay and gamma clean on the log plot, or you can change it in histogram. You can arrange the window like this for easier comparison. Okay. The same with other section. When you focus on the control lines in the zone will automatically change in the histogram. I will do it for all sections now in the class step. Okay, we can calculate clay volume using different methods. We choose neutron and density in the workflow. Okay, now we need to input the neutron porosity curve and put this density. Okay, you save result at this, press OK. Now you can see on the screen we have V clay which is calculated by neutron density is blue, and V clay which is calculated by gamma is green. Okay, you can redefine the control lines of the density clay and neutron clay to calculate V clay. The same with gamma ray, you can change the value on the log plot or the histogram. Or you can change both density clay and neutron clay by using cross plot. Okay. You can change the value in the form like this. And you can also right click on the value and click fill up. It will automatically change the same for value for each zone. Okay, when you change the value in the log plot, the cross plot and the histogram will be changed. After you calculate V-clay using gamma and V-clay using neutron density, I choose final for the workflow to combine the result of V-clay with using gamma and V-clay using neutron density. Okay, now we choose the final V-clay is the average value of the two methods for ozones. Press run. Okay. The V-clay final will be created. You can find it on data tray. I will make a shading for this. I choose fixed value is from 0 to V-clay final, and I set a shading like this. Next one is from weakly final to 1. Okay, now as you can see on the screen, this is the result of the weakly final. You can save the log plot for easier manage. Okay, the next step is to calculate porosity. Weinstein supports calculation of porosity in 5 methods, using density, neutron, sonic, neutron and density, neutron and sonic. For advanced users, you can calculate porosity using multimeter solver. Okay, now I will calculate this based on the density and neutron and density method. We choose cell volume is the weakly final. Press run. Okay. The same with the log plot when we calculate clay volume. We have two control lines of density clay in red and density clean in green. You can change the value here as you see fit on the log plot or in the histogram. Okay, now I will do the same for the remaining zone. Okay, I will continue calculate porosity from neutron and density method. The value of clean and clean of neutron and density will be linked between the method to calculate porosity. Okay, you can see the result on screen. Okay, now I will compare results between calculating by density and neutron density method. Okay, now I will change the scale for each curve and the color of the curves. As you can see, the two method result is quite similar. To compile the two results of porosity, I will use the final option in porosity calculation. You can select which method to use in which zone. Effective result will be in a final effective porosity and final total porosity. Press run. The next step is to calculate water saturation. Before that, you could calculate temperature in the utility section. When inside support calculate of temperature, use fonts or use gradient. For example, here we use gradient. Press run. OK. OK. Calculate water saturation. When inside support many methods to calculate water saturation, I will choose calculate use archive. And choose the parameters for the effect porosity, total porosity, and the LFD, formation resistivity. Okay, I will use the default parameters for AMN. Press run. OK. This is the result log plot after water saturation calculation. In the salinity track, you can see the red line control lines for the RW. The same with resistivity. You see the formation control line over resistivity. You can change the two values. In each step, the cell resistivity and formation water resistivity are different. I will do it for the rest. Okay, the last step is cut off and summation. Click Final Report. The software will automatically detect the result of interpretation like V-clay final, porosity effective final, water saturation for identification of reservoir and pipe. In the zone set, you can cut off following the zone that you have. Here we choose marker set of zone and using a default parameters to cut off. Press run. OK. The log lot of cutoff and summation will be on screen so that you can change the control line of value of V-clay, effective porosity, and water saturation. In the summary report, you can see net gross, as well as the average of V-clay, V, and water saturation. You can click Export to export the summation and cutout report. You can export to many formats such as PDF file, CSV file, text file. This is the end of the tutorial for clastic interpretation. Thanks for watching.